Hey everyone, thank you for checking out A1 Math. And today we're talking about the steps for solving the system of equations by substitution. Now, my substitution method is a little bit different than some others you may see on YouTube, but both works. So let me give you the steps that I have here. Step one, step set each equation equal to y so that it's in slope-intercept form. Y is equal to mx plus b. Step two, set the mx plus b parts equal to each other. So you're going to take this part on the end, that slope that's multiplied times the x, plus the y-intercept, and set them equal to each other. Okay. Uh, Step three, solve for x. So once you have the mx plus b set equal, there'll be no y's involved. So all you got to do is solve for x like a regular normal equation. Step four, substitute the x into either of the previous equations and find the value for y. So let's take a look at an example. So here, remember that step one is to set it equal to y, so this is slope-intercept form. And here, they're already set equal to y. So the examples we're going to work today, all will be set equal to y already. So that first step is already done. Step two, we want to set the mx plus b part equal to each other. So in this example here, it has no slope. So the slope is 0 times x. So we just have 2 to y-intercept. And we're going to set it equal to the mx plus b part here in this other equation. And it will look like this. So we have the 2, this part, set equal to 6x minus 4. And the reason we could do that is both of them are equal to y. So step three, we're going to solve for x. So we want to go ahead and isolate the x by itself. And the first thing I want to do is move this 4 over so I can get it away from the 6x. So I'm going to add 4 on both sides. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and simplify. My 2 plus 4 is going to give me 6 is equal to 6x. Now to continue to solve for x here, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 6 on both sides, and I'll get 1 is equal to x. All right, now I've solved for x. Now I want to go ahead and do step 4, which is to plug it back in till I can solve for y. So I'm unable to plug an x in here because I don't have an x value. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it into this 6x minus 4. All right, so y is equal to 6 times 1, the 1 being substituted in for x um, minus 4. Now I'm going to do 6 times 1, and that's going to give me 6. And then I'm going to subtract the 6 by 4, and that'll give me 2. So my y value is equal to 2. But look here, that's the exact same thing I have here. So if it says y is equal to 2, then guess what? Y is 2. All right. Now I'm going to write the coordinate here. X is 1 and y is 2. And this is similar to what we did when we were solving by graphing. We looked to see where they cross. But here, there's no graph. We're just going to solve each one by using substitution. So the answer to this example is the point 1, 2. All right, let's take a look at another example. All right, so remember, the first step is to take the mx, first step is to solve for y. And like I said before, these are already solved for y. Uh, Step 2 is to take the mx plus b parts and set them equal to each other. So I have y is equal to mx plus b. The mx plus b is 5x plus 18 here. Okay, the mx plus b here is 3x plus 8. So we're going to set those two equal to each other like so. Okay, now step 3 is we're going to solve for x. So you can start on any one of these terms and solve for x. But I'm just going to start with the first term on each one of these examples. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract 5x on both sides. Okay, that's gonna leave 18 over here. Also, the 8 is going to drop down, and I'm gonna do 3x minus 5x. That's going to give me a negative 2x. All right, next I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. That's going to give me 18 minus 8. And that's going to get me, oh, let's see. Yep. It's going to give me 10 is equal to negative 2x. Okay, and once I get here, I'm going to go ahead and I kind of want to step ahead, but I'm going to divide by the negative 2 on both sides. And 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5 is equal to x. All right, so I did my first part. I've solved for x. Now, my last step is to take this negative 5 and plug it into one of these previous equations. And I can plug into either one of these. I chose the y equals to 3x plus 8. Seems like the easiest one to solve. All right, so here I've got y is equal to 3, and I've substituted the negative 5 for x plus 8. Now, after that, I have 3 times negative 5, and that's going to get me a negative 15 plus 8. And then the negative 15 plus 8 is going to get me a negative 7. So I have my 2 points, well, I have my coordinates for my 1 point, my negative 5 for my x, and my y, which is negative 7. So I'm going to write that out, negative 5, comma, negative 7. Okay, so that is system of equations solving by substitution. And let me go back over the steps again. Okay, remember, step 1 is to set each equation equal to y so that it is an slope intercept form. So we want to solve for y on those. Step 2, we're going to set the mx plus b parts equal to each other. Once we do that, we're going to go ahead and solve for x. And then we're going to substitute the x into either one of the original 2 equations to find the value of y. Okay, and that's the steps for solving the system of equations by substitution. Thank you for checking out A1 Math, and have a nice day.